Welcome to the Phone Arena video review of the Samsung Instinct HD. The Instinct HD is a true refresh to the original Instinct, which came out last summer. On the surface, the two phones are very similar. They have large 3.2-inch touchscreen displays. You have your 3 navigation keys down at the bottom, and a camera on the back. However, there are very many upgrades to the Instinct HD. First and foremost is the 5-megapixel shooter you'll find on the back, which is capable of recording HD videos at 720p. It also has a flash, something we haven't seen on the Instincts before. Design-wise, we now have a speaker at the bottom of the back, where previously the speaker on the front served as the only phone speaker. We still have a volume rocker on the left side. The speech-to-action key has been moved over here from the right. We find 2 ports. One is the new micro USB charging port, something we always like to see, and that the Instinct S30 did not have, and also a video out port. This is the Samsung 20-pin connector, like the charger we found on the original Instinct and other Samsungs. However, this time it serves video out to an HD TV. Unfortunately, the cable is not included. It's a $20 accessory, and it goes to your TV's HDMI port. The last thing we find on the right side is the camera key. Up at the top we have the power button and the 3.5mm headset jack. Again, the software looks very similar to what it was before. However, it's been upgraded. The first thing you'll notice is that there are now 5 tabs down at the bottom instead of 4. On the software side, you have the My Stuff tab that was added. And on the phone side, you have a dedicated voicemail tab now. The phone side remains largely unchanged. You still have your speed dials, contacts, your recent list, and dialer. The contacts offer a lot of information. However, it's not a true smartphone, and it doesn't have a syncing ability. It does have Sprint's mobile sync service, which backs up your contacts automatically to their servers, but nothing in terms of calendar support. If you'll notice, down along the bottom, only 2 keys are lit right now. These are the only active keys. If we hit the home key, it's not going to do anything. The phone key will take us over to the phone side, and now the phone key is deactive. Back also doesn't do anything right now. This is a change from the previous Instinct, and while subtle, it's something that we like. Oftentimes users would be hitting the home key when they're already on the home section, thinking it would take them back to their favorite screen. Back to the interface. If we look at the main tab, we'll see it's very similar. There's now an I am option, but the overall layout is the same. At the top we have the little list button, which lets us put it in list view. Certain things, like the calendar and the messaging, is giving us information. We really like this addition, and it's best used over on the web tab. Here we find a new weather.com tab and CNN tab, as opposed to the old weather and news section. For all the different cities we have on there, it's giving us current weather information. As you can see, there's 3 dots. However, there we go. It does sometimes take a little bit of cajoling to get it to actually move to different cities. CNN is the same way. There are 5 headlines that are delivered straight to your device. This is a very cool feature, and one of the examples of the little tweaks in the software that make it much better. However, it's also an example of the sluggishness that still remains. The display itself is now capacitive. It's 320 by 480 in resolution with 16 million colors. It is undoubtedly a much better screen than we saw before. For a capacitive screen, though, it's not nearly as sensitive as something like the Palm Pre or the iPhone. Like we said, My Stuff is the new tab. This is simply a collection of your downloaded games and applications. Speaking of applications, the Instinct finally has true applications. Under the Fun tabs, we'll find applications for Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace. There's also a YouTube link, but that still takes you to the mobile page. However, the mobile page is much better this time around. As you can see, it's loading Opera Mobile, not Opera Mini. This is the first time that a device has used Opera Mobile and not been a Windows Mobile phone. It performs very much like Opera Mobile that we saw before, but it has some nice enhancements. This is a little history preview, and when we bring it up, we have a nice menu system. The Instinct HD also has an accelerometer, something that was missing from the original. This is utilized in many different applications, and something that comes in very handy. The first time around we didn't really think that we missed it too much. However, seeing how it's utilized in programs like the web, as well as Sprint Navigation and Google Maps, we do enjoy having it around. The web browsing is done over Sprint's EVDO Revision A network, and also has Wi-Fi for high-speed data when you're not connected to 3G. We really do like the Instinct HD. There are a lot of great improvements from the original. The feel is fantastic, it's solidly constructed, and we don't have any issues with the software in general. However, in practice, the software does run a little bit slow at times. That's our main problem with it, and at a phone that costs $250, we'd expect better. It would have been great to see TouchWiz UI on this, or at least some variant of. We think that if Sprint drops the pricing on this, they'll have a great winner on their hands. It's definitely the best feature phone in the market. However, with the HTC Hero coming at $180, the Palm Pre available at $150, and the newly announced Samsung Moment available also at $180, with an AM OLED screen and running Android, we just don't see where the market is for the Samsung Instinct HD.